Hello there internet, welcome back to this Let's Play of Nuclear Throne. So recently there was an update to the game, which means that the ally, which is a secondary ability that I haven't been using yet, has a new spawn animation, so okay, there's that. Then the palace has seen some changes. I also have not been to the palace, so I can't really use that for much. And then the lightning cannon was added to the game, so maybe that's something we'll find, even though it sounds kind of like a high tier weapon. What that means is that my save has been reset. So now, as you can see, some of the characters are actually locked. But I think the next one on our list was Chicken anyway, so let's just go with him. So let's see what he can do. Okay, so he starts with a sword. And then he has the slow-mo ability, which somehow seems to affect... I think it affects everything, so that seems extremely useful. I managed to take some damage nonetheless. And even more damage. This is kind of a bad start. But I can definitely see that becoming extremely useful later on. In particular in the more bullet helly areas. And also he has this hard to kill passive. Which I believe means that... I should be a little bit careful here. Walk around. Which I believe means that when he dies, he actually has a few more seconds where he can grab medkits and stuff like that to come back to life. So what are we looking at? No damage from explosions, always nice. Ammo, melee range. I'll go with ammo for now. Maybe we can get some bolts. Make our crossbow really useful. So see, in a situation like this, you would think that the slow-mo would really help me out, but what it probably ends up doing is allowing me to get into situations that I would otherwise not get into, so that I end up in much more trouble than I otherwise should. So let's just get rid of all these guys, get their XP. Probably no reason to use slow-mo on that, and it will take a little bit of getting used to, probably, to figure out how to use this most efficiently. So I did leave an enemy behind, so that's one right here. Assault rifle, also very nice. So I don't have a lot of ammo actually. Maybe I'll use the ammo in the assault rifle. Also, apparently we become walls become transparent when we use our secondary ability. I probably shouldn't be doing this. I like that it's possible though. Yeah, almost out of ammo already. We got a chance to regenerate our XP, and it seems like we can just use this ability indefinitely. It's not like Crystal's ability that we can only use ever so often. I took damage there. That was pretty stupid. So I'm one shot of health away from death. That's not very good news. Oh, that could have been a one right there. So of course slow-mo doesn't help you very much when the bullets are extremely fast. So for now, let's just go back to our chicken sword. Of course, it's a chicken sword. Makes perfect sense. So hopefully we'll be able to get some means of regaining XP, blood loss, rhino skin, something like that later on. So we're like a complete ninja here. It's really awesome. There's an XP that I definitely like to get. Slugger is always nice. Maybe I'll go with that actually. There's rhino skin. So let me just take that immediately. I'll probably take the slugger instead of the the chicken sword. And then as before, I might choose at some point to go back to the sword before we move on. But we have a fair amount of ammo in the slugger, so... Also it's really useful for aiming, the secondary ability. Oops. There we go. So regenerating ammo doesn't really seem to be doing all that much right here. Or it is doing a lot, but not for the correct weapon, so to speak. Double shotgun I don't like very much. Where's the last enemy? I also found out how the secret level in the sewers actually works. Except here I didn't see it. But there's a small body of light that you can use to see where the entrance to the secret area is. And the secret area is called the pizza sewers. I forget if I talked about that last time. Okay, so in this particular situation, I feel like... Oh, I'm actually dead. My head came off. So my head is there, my body is here. That was a little intense. I'm not sure how I could have handled that much better. Perhaps keeping around the sword might have been more useful. So I hope that more or less means that we unlocked all of the characters. I think more or less the final one should unlock by going to the scrapyard, which we did. So let's get all this stuff before it disappears. Ah, that's probably the worst I've ever done. Oh, I'm still alive. I need to get used to that. Whoops. Should probably think like I don't have slow motion, but still use it. So that means not just go towards situations where I'm likely to get shot if I didn't have slow motion. Because if I did that, chances are I also wouldn't get shot while I do have slow motion. If that makes any sense. Did we have a laser? Oh, that was a run ago. Assault rifle always nice, in particular now that we actually have some bullets. Quickly change over to my sword here. Get some of these bullets out of the way. And on these guys I really should just be using my melee weapon. Grenade launcher. Nah. Rhino skin again. Sure. More speed could be really useful, I imagine, with my secondary here. Just because it allows me to move faster. Of course, obviously. Oh, that was bad. Took 3 points of damage right there. This is a messed up situation. Really want to clear out the area a little bit more than anything else here. Ah. Oh, that was bad. I think the knockback more or less cost me to... Still I somehow survived. I think the knockback more or less forced the enemies to fly into me. So that was just poor play on my part. But yeah, these bullet hell situations are kind of a problem to me right now. Sledgehammer is nice. Higher range. And also one of the most powerful melee weapons that we sort of get in the early game, so happy that I have that. Machine gun I'll probably take. Doesn't feel much like a machine gun when you use the secondary ability here. It's more like a very slow revolver. Screwdriver. Let's take it. My logic being that maybe we can actually go to the... Oh, laser pistol's also nice. Except I have a fair amount of energy actually. So let's do it like this. Then we can perhaps go to that secret area in the scrapyard that we haven't gone to before. Whoops. I guess I could just use my screwdriver in these guys without much problem. So even there it's like extremely low range. It actually is one of the least powerful melee weapons. So Rhino skin of course I like, but I think I'll try a thrown butter, which has normal rate of fire doing slow motion, which seems really awesome. And let's try it out. Maybe I don't have the best weapons to show it off right now. So I wonder how much the speed reduction actually is on the enemies here. I mean, by now there's almost no reason not to use slow motion, right? So let's just do that. Still really want to watch out for big bandits bullets, because those have been a problem for me before. And look at that, even though the laser pistol isn't all that powerful, we managed to completely wreck Big Bandit using our thrown butt. So this definitely seems like one of the more useful thrown butt abilities out there. Not sure how much it will benefit us later on, but if we, I imagine if we have like a high fire rate weapon like the assault rifle or just machine gun. And this could be extremely useful. Also, of course, I mean, it goes well with... do I want to go with this? Let's go with laser pistol for now. It goes extreme... Oh, it's bad news. It goes extremely well with all weapons, of course, because all weapons gain from the ability. More speed. So now we can both move faster and shoot faster, essentially. It doesn't feel like much of a difference, really, but it should be there. So I guess, again, on these guys, I really should use my melee weapon, because otherwise I'm gonna run out of ammo very soon. Also, I am extremely powerful with the melee weapons, because I can essentially just create a wall in front of me of fast-firing, screwing. Yeah, so that enemies have no real chance to get through. And should look out for the secret area, at least so that I can show off how it actually works. I want to make sure I didn't walk past it already. Is it around? Doesn't look like it now. Maybe it's on the right side of the level. I don't think it spawns all the time. Is it up here? Nope. A little scary, or it's not too scary really. I'm just a little bit uncertain how to approach this situation and be able to get the ammo and weapons as well. I guess that's one way of doing it. Machine gun, sure. That's one of the weapons I was asking for before, and hopefully we'll be able to not blow up the golden car. Yeah, let's just run into it. So apparently that killed everything and gave us a bunch of XP. So what you have to do is repair the broken car by using your screwdriver on it, then it turns into a plane that you can move into. So that of course makes a lot of sense. So with the music. Let's go with Rabbit Paw. So I haven't been here before, so I realize that probably don't have a huge chance of survival, but again... Okay, those guys shoot rockets, that's a problem. Can I blow up the rockets? No. So, I'm dead. So... Okay, that was very short-lived. So the point of going to that area is that you can get golden weapons. And as I've talked about before, a golden weapon, if you get one of those, it stays with you, even though you die. So you can use it as a starting weapon on your next run, which is extremely useful. Until, of course, a patch comes and it wipes your save. Even then, though, that's something I will probably be interested in. Oh, that was horrible. Horrible damage to say. Okay, we survived by picking up a medkit. That's pretty random. So it shouldn't be too difficult, really. I just need to concentrate a little bit. Throne bots, definitely. Even though there is also a rhino skin, which would probably allow me to survive a little bit longer. But this throne bot just seems so good. Just look at how we can wreck pretty much every single enemy. Don't have a lot of explosives, so I will probably not be using the grenade launcher for now. Oh, and we have a chance to get our HP back, so let's just do that immediately. Or most of it anyway. Destroy this fella. And we actually have a decent amount of explosives now, so maybe we also have a good amount of... do we? This is a tough one. Definitely don't want to go with this. Maybe I'll go with the... I'll take the laser pistol. Just because it's somehow the one that's the easiest to use with my current setup of passives. Rhino skin, probably. Yeah. So let's see, maybe we can get a screwdriver again at some point. They seem to be spawning fairly often, so should be possible. So this is 1-3, as we just saw right here immediately. So I mean, if you don't use slow-mo, the way to deal with Big Bandit, or one way to deal with Big Bandit, is just constantly... Oh, that was bad damage. constantly moving. Because when you do that, you generally move faster than his bullets. Or, well, you don't move faster than his bullets, but you do in a perpendicular direction, so to speak, so you're generally able to avoid them. So Slugger has max shells, so let's just go with that. So I lost a bit of HP in the process there. I'm not very happy with that, obviously. We also didn't level up. But we're back in the sewers. So, so far the runs are going fairly well, I'd say. Wow. Still would like to get out of the scrapyard at some point. So remember, the only time I actually beat the boss of the scrapyard, everything, including me, blew up. So that was kind of an issue. Okay, we leveled up. Maybe I should use my slugger in these guys just because they take, they take more than one hit. With the sword, that is, not with the slugger. Oh! Could have been bad. So I realized still that there's this thing where if you don't pick up red chests, you're more likely to get better red chests later on. I think I preferred the bazooka over the grenade launcher. Wait, I didn't have a grenade launcher, I had a slugger. I probably preferred the slugger, less likely to get myself killed. Even though I am already so low on health that maybe that should not be what I'm going with. But there's HP. Not much though. Oh, so see this thing here? That's the secret area. So let's see if we can get into that. So we need to blow up this thing, I believe, the pipe. Yeah. Did that work? No. How do we do then? I mean, we've been to the secret area on several occasions. I'm just not sure how it actually works. Let's try blowing up some more stuff, because it's fairly easy with the weapon we have right here. Doesn't really seem to do much though, does it? I'm almost sure that that's what this means though, that this is the secret area. I'm a little confused. Maybe it doesn't open up until we kill all the enemies. So I want to make sure I'm kind of out of range of the last enemy when I do so. Was that the last one? Nope. Is this the last one? Probably is. Well, Slugger actually has a fairly low range. Come out. I have all the time in the world. There, that should do it. Does that also open up this one? It doesn't. Huh. Ah, that's weird. I did it not on purpose. Several times. But it could also just be all the pipes that are like that. Is that the case? There's one pipe like that? Nope. Huh, strange. So some of the pipes kind of light up the area, and some of them don't. We have a conundrum right here. What is going on? It could also just be that I believe it's one of these things here that needs to be lit up, and it's just a sort of a coincidence that there's a pipe on top of it. I think that's possibly what's going on here. So question is, will our sword be useful later on from now on? I don't think it will. Not as useful as a bazooka might potentially be. At least it's a lot harder to kill yourself with the sword than it is with a bazooka. Don't really like many of these. More speed. Okay, so of course a sword would be extremely useful in a situation like this. Oh, that guy almost got me. And just because... Whoops. I wonder if I move slower comparatively when I'm doing this. It sometimes feels like that's the case. Might just be me though. The sword would be extremely useful here just for clearing out bullets and stuff like that. It definitely feels like the range on my... Okay, let's check this out. What's my range right now? All the way up to a car. But so it seems like the slugger slugs live as long as they otherwise would, which means that they have lower range, which is very silly. So I'm not sure if that's a bug or that's on purpose, but it's good to know, definitely. So we want to move out of slow-mo when we fire, if possible, like here. Well, and that also might mean that we're actually moving slower, I'm not sure. See that guy? So I'm very low on shells right now. That's a concern to me, because that means that all I have to do is use my bazooka, and you can probably imagine how that's gonna go. Well, so far so good, at least. Let's get rid of that thing in the middle there, get rid of some of these enemies as well. Alright, we get some more health. That was really needed at this point. That guy with his speed could have almost just run into me. Got me killed. So, as is so often the case, I find myself in a situation where I would very much like to have some more ammo than I do have. So what I did right there was switch to the shotgun in the hopes of having a higher possibility of generating shells. I'm not... Yeah, I'm dead. Couldn't do anything there. Oh, I'm of course still alive. Firing some rockets. Alright, one more. But I'm not sure it works that way. That's what I'm trying to say. That's I believe that the ammo you get, if it's sort of tailored towards the weapons you have... Ah, that was so bad. I should just restart immediately. Unless I get something good here, I don't really. I get a screwdriver. There we go. Oh, that's not quite what I wanted to do either. But yeah, we unlocked all the characters, so that's good. So that's not really a challenge in this game. Could be interesting, I suppose, if it was. Although then it would be super annoying when your save gets reset, like mine just did. Probably no reason whatsoever to use the slow-mo in that situation, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. So it's a tough secondary to use. I mean, of course, it seems like it should be super straightforward, right? Just use it whenever it seems useful, and then that's it. But somehow my brain has difficulties figuring out exactly when it is useful. Whoops. Did I take damage there? That would be really stupid. Assault rifle. Let's take it in the hopes that we get more bullets later on. And then we always have the crossbow to follow up if we find ourselves in a bad position. But again, having that sword is so useful for clearing out bullets, and seeing as I more often than not put myself in a bullet hell situation here with my current setup, that's probably something to... So just take that one. I would have avoided damage there if I had a melee weapon. That's something to take into the equation, so if I could find a sledgehammer, I would probably take it. Seems like this could be good, in particular in combination with the thrown butt, if we get that again. Already now it seems like we're firing a little bit faster. I get some more bolts. That's one obvious... Oh, wow. Walked straight into that. One obvious benefit from... wow. This guy dead as soon as possible. So that went easy enough. So I'm not sure if those purple guys are immune to the time dilation here, or if they're just already extremely fast. It's probably the latter. Also, it seems like XP vanishes at its ordinary rate, which is bad. Something I could easily do some science on. So, when does that vanish? Yeah, I think the XP is also not affected by the slowing of time here. Got all of that SMG, don't really like. Alright, back to the sewers. So maybe this time around I can figure out what's actually going on with the secret level. I would like some more HP though. So if we didn't have Rhino skin at this point, we'd already be dead. Which is bad. Or maybe we wouldn't, because I would then be more careful. The less HP you have, the more careful you generally are. There are some HP though. We've been getting pretty lucky with the big medkit drops. I'm not sure if that's something that's changed in the recent patch, or I am just being lucky here. Laser pistol is nice, in particular because we have a full energy at this point. So let me just spend as many bullets here as seems reasonable, and then jump to that instead. One shots these guys, which is really good. Whoops. Was a little scary. So far so good on this run. We're back to the scrapyard. More item drops, always good. But laser brain is also really good. I think I'll go with rapid ball though. So many cars here. That's so scary. Okay, gotta make a run for it. Wasn't really a problem. I was afraid that guy was gonna blow up all the cars. Throw in some bolts, because I really don't like these guys. So perhaps I'm a bit biased towards laser weapons right now, just because this is scary as fuck. Because oh no. That guy deals so much damage. It's like 5 hit points worth of damage, and it's so fucking impossible to avoid. So maybe oh, this is bad. Maybe I'm biased towards the laser weapons because I used them together with my thrown butt before, which made it extremely useful. Also, usually I'm able to one-shot these crows or ravens or whatever they are. Seems to be... Okay, what's the case right there? I'm not sure what I'm talking about. So almost wasted all of our... Wow, it didn't waste, of course, but almost used all of our ammo right now, which could become a concern very fast. Of course, we still have the crossbow. Crossbow's a really good weapon. Can I get a shot in on this guy? Yep. Good to know that, or well, very useful that he put up sort of the aim for me. Could go back to a machine gun, and now that I'm running so low on ammo, maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe we'll find some more bullets as well. I think we're gonna make it out of 3-1. Indeed we are, and we have max bolts, so I should start using some of those. This is a concern. So glad I have the secondary ability right now. This is a problem, isn't it? Yep, that was a problem. So, is there some health up there? There's not. Alright, I think this seems like a good place to end this episode, so let me do that. So as always, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you some other time.